Hi, everybody. It's time for our weekly story. As you can see, we're still at my office. We can't do these from my home just yet because of our current social distancing recommendations. But I've got a book for you today that is actually relating to what we're going through at this time, particularly if your kids have any questions about why they're having to stay home, why can't they visit their friends. Here's a little book that I found online. The public library is closed, as you know, so I'm kind of scrambling for some books. So we're going to try this one online today. It's an ebook, and you can actually get this as well, and I'll let you know how at the end of our video. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start with Why We Stay Home. Susie learns about coronavirus, and this is by Samantha Harris and Devon Scott. Both of these are medical students actually in California. They've written a book to help families explain to their children why we have to stay home at this time. Okay, so here we go. Millie, are you awake? Susie asked. Susie was having a hard time sleeping, so she figured she would see if her older sister was still awake. I am now, Millie responded. What do you want, Susie? I was just thinking how happy I am that me, you, Mommy, and Daddy have been staying home together. It's fun, Susie replied. Yes, it is nice having Mommy and Daddy home with us, Susie, Millie responded. But we have to make sure that we remember the reason that we are all at home right now. Yes, I know, Millie, because of coronavirus. But what is coronavirus anyways? Asked Susie. Coronavirus is a virus. A virus is a really small germ that you cannot see. There are other kinds of germs too, like bacteria and fungi. Germs are everywhere. Our bodies, chairs we sit on, even the door handle to your favorite ice cream parlor. Some germs are good, some are bad, and some don't really do anything. The coronavirus is a bad germ, and it can make some people really sick. Some of the people at greatest risk of getting sick are Grandma and Grandpa, and Mr. Jones, our neighbor, whose body has a hard time fighting off germs. So everyone has been staying home to make sure we don't spread coronavirus to them. This is what quarantine means. Some signs that someone is sick with coronavirus are cough, fever, and sore throat. We can do our part by preventing the spread of coronavirus by washing our hands, wearing a mask when we go to the grocery store, and standing 6 feet apart while we wait in line. This is called social distancing. Oh, I see, says Susie. But Millie, since we've been at home, I've really missed my friend Alex from school. I understand, Susie. It can be very hard not to see friends and family that don't live with us. But there are still ways that we can say hello to them. We can video chat them on Mommy's computer. We can call them on the phone. And we can also send them messages to check on them. Some people do not have Mommy and Daddies or even sisters with them, and they are alone in quarantine. So it's important that we check on them. I understand, Millie. But Millie, Susie replies, is this how it's going to be from now on? No, Susie, it will get better. We just have to keep sticking together. Let's go back to all the way back up. Why We Stay Home. Susie learns about coronavirus. This is a nice little book. It's a really concise way of explaining to your kids why they're having to stay home. We touch on what coronavirus is in the first place, but social distancing, hand washing, as well as mask usage. Now, we are, this May 1st, the restrictions are going to be lifted, and we are going to be permitted to be a little bit more out and about. Businesses are going to start opening. A select few businesses are going to start opening, but we still need to adhere to social distancing, wearing our mask, and hand washing or using hand sanitizer. Despite the fact that the state is allowing the business open, doesn't necessarily mean that we all need to rush out. Okay, we still need to take precautions, and I'm really encouraging families to continue to stay home. There's no real reason to have to rush out to the movie theater at this time, rushing out to restaurants. And I've noticed some restaurants are not even going to open. They're still going to continue their takeout or delivery, which is great because they're taking their precautions, and we need to continue to take precautions despite the fact that we're starting to let things open up. We still need to be diligent in hand washing, social distances, and masks. Children 2 years and over can wear a mask. Okay, and they should wear a mask, actually. Children under should not. But moms, dads, make sure your mask is properly covering the nose and the mouth. It can't be here under the nose. You're just contaminating your mask. It does you no good. Or as a chin rest. That doesn't work either. Okay, that we got to use the mask properly. Also take note, the mask can actually, there's an upside and a downside on some of these masks, particularly if you get a surgical mask. There's a proper way of wearing where the nose bridge is into the mouth. So if you have it upside down, once again, it's going to have limited use for you and limited protection. So we do need to continue with our mask. We do need to continue with social distances, and we do need to continue with the hand washing and hand sanitizer. This is still very important at this point. We can't become lax. We can't allow just to say, well, everything's open, let's just go out and just do what we did before. We're not in that state at this point of the virus. We're still having a lot of people who are infected, and there's a lot of people that are carrying the virus but may not know it. Or people are waiting for testing to get done. There's a lot of limitations right now, so we still need to err on the side of caution. So if you don't need to go out, moms and dads, don't go out. Send one person to get your essential items. Kids, as much as possible, let them stay home. Talk to grandma and grandpa on the video chat. Give them a call. Text your friends. Those types of things we can still do to maintain some contact with our family members. And also talking about getting out and about, vaccinations. I know a lot of families have been calling to cancel their appointments for their children's vaccinations. We really need to continue with our vaccinations on schedule. Measles, chickenpox, whooping cough. These diseases are still out there, and we need to vaccinate the children so when we do really get back together, we're not going to have another problem with other illnesses because we have children who are vulnerable. It's very important that we stick to our schedule of vaccine preventable diseases. We need to stick to that. And we are taking all the precautions we can here at the office to make sure that your child can get in with minimal contact with any other patients. Actually, no contact. We're letting one in at a time. So there's no risk for you coming in contact with another patient. We're separating our well visits from those children that may have sick symptoms. So we're bringing them later. So we're trying to really separate everybody out, and that way we can continue to vaccinate our kids. We're not going to be out of the woods if we allow all of our kids to go without vaccines and then we sit them all together. No, we're going to have other issues. So it's very important that we need to continue our vaccine schedule. Please give us a call if your appointment you called to cancel and you hear this message. It's like, I need to get those vaccines. Give us a call. We will find a time for you to come on in and we'll get you vaccinated. For those of you that have not come in and you feel like your child may need some vaccines, give us a call. We'll review their shot record and we'll get you the information and we'll set it up if they do need vaccines. Okay, so we need to still be diligent. That's what our part as pediatricians here in town is to make sure we keep kids up to date on their vaccinations. So please give us a call, all right? So once again, you can find this book. I forgot to mention it's on, it's Millie and Susie. Millie, MILLIEAND, Susie, SUZIE.com. and it will go right to this little page, and you can download this book for yourself to read at home if you like to review it. But then again, what's the better way to doing this is just saving this video and then sharing your video, because then other people will get the information they need about social distancing, wearing their mask, and hand washing, as well as vaccinations. So that's the best way of doing it, really. But you can go ahead, check out the website. They've got a few other cute little items on there for families to look at. So that's what we have for you today. And I hope everybody's having a good week. And we'll see you next time. Bye.